Welcome, everybody. This is another episode of Beer Belly Pod. AJ, stop making funny faces. I'm trying to be serious. My co-host is AJ. If you didn't pick that up, stands for Alfred Ramirez. Call him Alfred. Just call him Alfred.
Identity stolen.
I'm John, the guy who likes to talk smack on Alfred.
Earlier, yes, thank you
It's
for
Alfred.
that.
It's Alfred J. I actually don't mind that. Alfred J.
Alfred J.
Who headshotted you? Alfred J.
Right, exactly.
And the J stands for Junior, right?
It sounds like an up and coming like wannabe H&M model or something like that.
Alfred J.
Yeah.
Damn that Alfred J. He's so hot right now.
Now you're getting it. Yeah. I can vibe with that a little bit.
Only people from the 90s would get that joke.
Probably. And the two people that watched the sequel to that film.
I was one of those two.
I was not. Whoever the other person was, God rest their soul.
I wasted my life on Anchorman 2 and Zoolander 2. God awful sequels.
Both
Awful.
wastes of life. Yep.
Bill and Ted 3, fingers crossed.
Here's hoping. I mean, Keanu Reeves seems enthusiastic about it, but I mean, he's acting in it. We'll
exactly.
see.
I mean, he can't say it's a shit show.
Right.
At least not yet.
I heard that Kevin Smith, he saw like a pre-screening of it, and he said there were parts of it that like literally made him like tear up a bit. And I'm like, wow, that's interesting.
I'm open. Again,
We'll see.
I mean, I'm already taking back what I almost said. I was going to say everything that Keanu Reeves puts out is great, but I watched a movie recently that says otherwise.
Go to our other podcast, SD Geek Podcast, and watch, or I should say, listen to our replicas starring Keanu Reeves commentary episode. That was really fun. It was fun, to be fair.
Yes.
Was it a great movie? Listen and find out.
Spoilers, it's not. But you should still listen.
Still take the time anyway, for sure. So what do you have there, my
All right.
friend?
Some bottle logic.
Yeah. So
okay.
as
You're right. This is real.
What's that?
It's a light boy, but continue.
Yeah. It is a lighter boy for sure. But to anyone who's a regular to this podcast over the past 7 episodes or so, or now 8 episodes, I should say, a buddy of ours by the name of Mike, he straight up just offered to kind of like a low-key sponsor of the show by helping us out with getting us a couple beers,
Thank
both
you,
of
Mike.
which will be, thanks, Mike. We'll be drinking for this episode, and both of them are by Bottle Logic Brewing, same company from the last episode when we did the Ghost Proton Imperial Stout.
I have not stopped thinking about that drink. I
Me
feel
neither.
like I want another one.
Right? Yeah, it was really fun. I can't wait. And again, to anyone who hasn't been listening to the past 8 episodes now, John, spoiler alert, ain't that big of a stout guy. But just for him
No,
to
not
say
at
that
all.
he appreciated what we drank last episode, which was a fun episode to shoot, I would definitely recommend going back and watching or listening to that one.
Great stuff. It was super good.
Right?
It's like one of the rare episodes, I'm sure, where we're only going to review one beer.
Right. What's interesting today is that, I mean, not only is it like kind of like a sponsored episode, it's that again, both both beers are thank you. Both beers are by Bottle Logic, but 2 different style brews today.
Cantrip Kalash.
A Kolsch,
German,
yeah.
Kolsch, German style ale.
Yeah.
I haven't had a German style ale in a very long time.
Right? I can't think of the last time I have. So I guess without further ado, let's freaking do it.
Let's do it. All right. Oh, my can just exploded all over my keyboard. They got excited about me opening it.
John's side of the screen is going to quickly disappear.
Okay. That has a smell.
Oh, it smells like smells like a Miller Lite.
Oh, that tastes like an ale. Yeah. Miller Lite is actually a great way of putting it. Are we drinking Miller Lite? Is this a reskin of Miller Lite?
This is like if you're playing Overwatch or something like that and you pay $12 for a pack of skin openings and you get the fancy one that you want, this is what it is. But it's still Miller Lite.
Well played, Bottle Logic.
Honestly, though, it does taste a little heavier than something like that, which I'm fine with. I'd rather have a little more full flavor than something a little more watered down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is interesting, though. I got to give it another sip, and I'll pour a little bit for color reference as well.
Oh, thank you. This is 4.5% alcohol.
One of the lighter boys we've ever had on the show.
It's not that bad. Yeah, John can probably have like 12 of these.
Right. But again, it
Uh,
feels a little thicker compared to like a Coors Light or Miller Lite, though,
Agreed. And I don't
or
feel like it
Budweiser.
has that same finish as a Miller.
Right.
I think this is a little bit smoother.
I would agree. Oh yeah. I mean, it tastes a little more favorable. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, if you're gonna ask me which one, this one.
Right. Nothing against Bottle Logic or anything like that. Again, we had a great time last episode drinking one of their beers. But at the same time, I could see myself enjoying this, even though we are more enthusiasts of like stronger beers, something a little more, quite more hoppy. At the same time, I could see myself being able to enjoy this on a hot day outside and just being able to drink like, I don't know, throughout the day. You know what I mean? And not feel like totally gross and heavy by the end of it and bloated, you know?
I totally get that. This does remind me of like a Miller Corona taste. Even the color is kind of the same.
Right. I would still say much better than Corona, though.
100%.
Yeah,
so
but
I wonder,
similar vein.
I wonder what it's going to taste like if we put lime in it.
Interesting. Well, if you put lime in it, it kind of becomes me, a Mexican German at that point. So
it makes sense.
There you go. There you go.
When you get too close and you're like, ooh,
like, oh no.
When you take that bite, you're like, ooh.
Du hast no. Dear Lord.
I'm drinking this, AJ.
Ooh. Ain't too bad though. I'm appreciating this right now, to be honest. It's something, again, it's been a really freaking hot day. Yesterday I went on a walk, and by the time I got back, it was 106 outside. Today I didn't do nearly as much walking, but just being outside doing some yard work today fucked me up.
How hot was it?
Excuse me. I think it was about the same. Yesterday was hotter. By the time I got back from my walk yesterday, like I said, it was 106. I think it was a high of like 110, 109.
110? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
It was really hot over here, but not that hot.
Well, you're closer to the coastline for sure.
Yeah.
That helps. You get some of that sea breeze.
Thank Jesus, because we're so close to the ocean that even on the hottest days of summer, they're not as bad as days where you live.
No, absolutely. You don't get that like dank, dry heat where it's just there's no moisture in there for it. Luckily, it's been windy, so that helps. But still, doesn't mean it's not hot.
Yesterday over here, at one point, it got to 101, and we're moving offices at my job. We're moving offices literally across the parking lot. So it's literally like 30 seconds away, but whoever planned it a little poorly. And at one point, this was yesterday, the guy who plans it sends an email saying, take responsibility and go and grab your whiteboards. It's like, wow, that's what the movers are for.
Yeah.
So I did a good hour of moving these whiteboards from one building to the next.
Holy shit.
And there's like the standard size ones that the supervisors have that I have.
Sure.
And there's the ones that the managers have that are literally double the size.
Wow, like a classroom whiteboard almost.
Huge. Yeah, the thing must have weighed an easy 40 to 50 pounds.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's pretty heavy. Wow.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. And, we needed two of us to do it. The supervisor whiteboards were easy because we had elevators, but those jumbo ones didn't fit on the elevator. So we had to bring them downstairs, move it across the building, and then back up the stairs that are windy stairs or wind ones. Oh, dude, I really needed a beer after that.
I bet. I hope you had one later on.
I did not.
Oh, no.
I did not.
Not even after work?
No, the day before I got drunk off of Trulies. So.
Oh, boy. See, that's something.
On a diet.
Yeah, no, I respect that. I've been better about drinking more hard seltzer, something lighter. Excuse me. Oof.
They get the job done. They're not as good as beers, but boy, do they get the job done.
You know what? I was just going to say, and I've said it before, and I'll say it until it happens. I've yet to ever get like heavily buzzed or really very buzzed at all from a hard seltzer yet. And I've had, but then again, I only have like 2 to 3 max at a time.
So
like on a given day.
I had the same thought as you. And then what I started to do when I devoted myself to drinking these, basically, is I shotgun them.
Okay. You have mentioned that.
And, I shotgun one can for sure. I try to get that bad boy done within 2 minutes. The second one, I try to like drink half of the can and then I chill. So then by the time I'm at the third one, I'm feeling good. Trust me, I'm feeling good.
Well, it seems like you're on a mission. Like you know exactly what you're there to do.
Oh yeah,
and you're
I've done
doing
the
what it takes to
science.
get there. Yeah.
The science has been done. Hypothesis and everything.
Nice. Hypothesis being the true scientific term for that word. Oh
And my
God.
conclusion was I'm always right.
He says in his drunken state.
Not yet. Not off of a Miller. I mean a bottle of Jack.
Oh my God. I can't wait for us to be able to visit this brewery because it is in Anaheim, California. So a nice midway point for the two of us to meet sometime. That would be really fun.
Oh yeah. You know where it's at?
I just know it's in Anaheim. I don't know how close it is to you.
It's like across the street from Camelot. If you've ever
Oh
been there.
yeah. That sounds fun.
It's literally like across the street.
I'm down. Yeah, I've been to Camelot a couple times as a little kid. Like for those of you who are maybe outside of the Southern California area, it's like kind of like a miniature amusement park. Like not the but yeah, like mini golf and stuff like that, arcades, laser tag and stuff like that, roller coasters. It's pretty fun little spot. It's cute. It's good for like a little first date kind of thing. But that sounds fun.
I've actually been a few times.
Okay.
To win. I love my girlfriend, but I'm there to win.
I feel you.
If you ain't first, you last. So
I hope they still have that open because I could see like rounds of miniature golf being like a good social distance of like something to do. Like you know what I mean? Like that's an event you can go and do, and everyone kind of like in a normal round of golf where you have like a foursome or whatever. You all go out there and you whack your balls, and then everyone waits their turn. Once the hole's done with, then it's the next group's turn, so on and so forth. You know, that actually would be kind of fun. I wonder if they do that.
If it's still, it might. I mean, it might be it's outdoors, but I know like Boomers. There's a Boomers right by where we live, closed down. Yes. So that was a little sad because we had been there a few times too. Mini golfing is fun.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It's crazy that I hadn't done it until like a year ago.
Oh, really?
I've never done it before.
Oh, I'm surprised I never took you out on a date to do that, to be honest with you.
I'm a little disappointed. You always just took me out to get drunk, basically. And then I'd wake up the following morning with a headache wondering what happened.
I bludgeoned you.
It happens.
If Yvonne's there still and listening, just let her know it happened.
It happened.
Whatever she thinks or is curious about what happened. So... Go ahead.
She recently brought up how again we don't, at least I don't remember the backstory. How you said I wouldn't lick a brick and I licked the brick.
Sorry for that ugly laugh, but holy shit. So yeah, a little back story to our friendship slightly. This is probably like one of the last times John and I drank out in like public, like went out to drink for a day, and apparently that's how the night ended, was with me daring John to lick a brick, and apparently he did it. I wish I remembered.
Did.
AJ was somehow there, but still not there, and neither was John apparently.
What day was that? Did we have to work the following day?
I wouldn't doubt it. I'm sure we would make bad choices like that. I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, we did. I know for a fact there was one time where we went to DBA and they had Pliny the Elder.
Oh my God!
Up with you. I think you were there way before we were, and we met up. And
Sin and I were there first, right?
Yeah, and we were both like, okay, no more than 2 beers, and then like 7 beers later, we fucked up.
No, it's true. I remember like Sin and I were driving, and then you hit me up about it, and I was like. And I asked her, I was like, you feel like going for just like a round of drinks real quick? And she's like, well, how long do you want to hang out there? I was like, well, probably only have like no more than like one or two.
An hour tops.
Yeah, an hour tops. But probably just be in and out, one drink, maybe two. It's just that there's a rare beer that we don't get to have at a bar very often. Pliny the Elder, as you said. And so she's like, yeah, sure, why not? And then next thing we know, trashed.
Fucked up. I don't remember the last half of that night.
One of the last things I remember is that some dude or dudes, I think it was just one guy, tried talking to them, and then we kind of just walked up, and then he kindly escorted himself away from the area. That was nice.
Bastard. I don't remember that, but bastard.
It's all right. You can't blame them. They're pretty gals. So you recently got back from speaking of SD Geek earlier, our friend that we do that show with is Peter, who recently kind of celebrated a little bit of like a bachelor weekend. How was that?
It wasn't really a bachelor weekend. That's more so when we're all up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yvonne ended up coming, so
Nice.
we went to round one.
Cool.
That was probably like the highlight.
They have one out there?
Yeah, they do, and it's
Oh,
open.
Nice.
So it's by Glenn's, his parents' old home where he threw up on the freeway. I have to say it again: drinking, don't overdrink. Don't be an AJ.
Don't be an AJ.
It's literally right by there, and it was nice. We went bowling as a group. Diego, Glenn, Peter. We won a lot of teddy bears.
Not really.
Yeah, oh yeah. And then we hit such bad traffic going up. It took us like 5 hours to get there.
I remember seeing your texts. Yeah.
We were able to play Marvel 3 on Peter's gaming laptop for like a good 30-40 minutes.
Nice.
On the way up. So it kind of killed a little bit of time.
That's cool. Does that mean Yvonne drove for you guys then?
Yeah. She drove there and the way back.
Dang, took one for the team.
Yeah, she did.
Nice. That's cool. How did it work out?
It wasn't anything too crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The craziness is coming up though. Oh, we did take the shots, or like 1/3 of shots of the Everclear.
Oh, like the one that Glenn bought, right?
It's like 180 proof. Ooh, and we all agreed we're gonna do it when you come there.
90% alcohol, sir. Holy shit!
The way I experienced it was, I had to try to swallow it a second time because when I took the shot, and you can vouch for this, AJ. I'm really good at taking shots. Like shots are just boom, I'm done.
Yeah.
This one, I did the usual right at the back of my throat, and my throat did not want to take. Not that first time.
Holy shit! That's so good.
And then probably within 1/3 of a shot, AJ, and within a good 30 minutes, we were all very buzzed. Very, very, very buzzed.
That's crazy, dude.
Are you done with your beer?
No. I still have about a little less than half to go.
Yeah, I'm somewhere around here.
I have about like a third left. That's crazy, dude. Well, 90% alcohol. What do you expect? Holy crap.
We got mad. Well, we didn't get messed up, but we did drink the second day on Saturday. Peter did, actually. Glenn and Diego they were all talk on Friday that Saturday they were going to drink and yada, yada, but they didn't.
They had their fun on Friday night?
Well, we all just took 1/3 of a shot, and that was it. But, Diego drank a little bit. Glenn had a little tiny bit, but it was a whiskey weekend for sure.
That's cool.
We were literally just drinking whiskey.
There's nothing wrong with that. That sounds like a lovely little time.
I saw we went to the Total Wine right by Glenn's. And they have the 18-year Whistle Pig there. Let's do it, AJ. Let's just.
How much was it?
700.
Oh, okay.
50.
That's it.
350
total.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's more after taxes, but taxes aren't as big in Nevada.
Maybe 375 by the end of it.
We can go halves. It's a good episode.
That sounds fun as heck. As long as Peter doesn't mind us taking time away from his wedding weekend to shoot a quick episode, then why the fuck not? Maybe we can even have them be a part of it if they wanted to.
That would be fun. Actually, That would be a lot of fun. When I was up there, I did buy this miniature Whistle Pig.
That's freaking tight, dude.
For comparison, it
did look much larger up close. That's awesome. Until it stood next to you, big old head.
I got it for Diego. I was telling Diego, cool. I was already hyping him up because we saw the 18-year and the Boss Hog there. And I was like, Diego, this whiskey's so good, yada, yada. So when we were leaving, we saw them on the counter. And I was like, grab them. Diego actually owed me money, so he bought 2 of these. And when he got there, the cashier actually was like, this is an amazing whiskey. He like hyped it up. And I was like, I'm so happy that somebody else actually talked about how good this is.
That's freaking cool.
Whistle Pig, I'm down to put down, half for a 18-year. Get messed up.
No, yeah, I mean,
we can talk about that later.
No, I mean, but 350 down the middle ain't too bad at all. That sounds like fun to me. That sounds like fun to me.
That's the awful part about it is we're gonna finish it that weekend.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's the only problem is that right now I have myself scheduled to come back to work that following Tuesday because we get back on Monday, right? Back into town.
Yes.
So I think even though I'm scheduled to come back, or Anyway, long story short, when I put in my paid time off, I'm going to probably request that Tuesday as well. Even though I didn't put it in writing, I'm going to officially submit
It's a
it
good
having the
choice.
Tuesday off. I'm going to need it. I'm going to need it. I know myself.
I've considered it, and I think I'm going to, because I only requested up to Monday. But
there you go. We're in the same boat.
I have a feeling that, well, besides the wedding day,
which is going to be crazy. We're going to forget the wedding.
Yeah. So we're going to get messed up. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun for everyone there. Like, it's just going to be a crazy, crazy time. It's not every day your best friend gets married. And so I'm happy that that we get to celebrate with Peter and Maylee. It's going to be awesome.
We're going to get messed up.
Hell yeah,
Messed up. Okay. Beer podcast talking about getting messed up.
I know, right?
Drink responsibly, people.
Absolutely.
We can't lose our sponsor. We apologize, Mike.
Hey, man. He's supplying the habit right now, so I appreciate that.
He is.
Beautiful art to the can, too. I love how it's like a hollow foil to the gold as well.
I think it's a little basic compared to the other one. I think the other can's fun.
The Ghost Proton is such a cool design.
The other bottle logic we're going to have. The stout.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that one has more fun. It's more fun looking. Yeah.
Fun, yeah.
For sure.
It's silly.
This is more like family seals across it and stuff like that.
Which makes sense because it's a German stout style ale, so I'd imagine. Right. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm trying to be smart. I'm not smart.
No, I feel you. It's got like the Drock on it and stuff. It's tight.
So AJ, cool. A movie I was gonna recommend for the pod, but I'm not going to anymore because Peter kind of ruined it.
Oh,
and he ruined it before I was gonna before I even said what I was gonna recommend. Peter said on the way up that we shouldn't be reviewing comedies anymore because there's not because he said some of the boringer episodes like Stuber, or I couldn't even tell you another one. There's not much to talk about.
Fair enough. They're not always the deepest.
I was gonna recommend Palm Springs.
I've been wanting to watch that one. I keep hearing great things. It
is good, and I feel like that's still a good one to talk about because it's a comedy, but there's some things to it that I think are great that would be fun to talk about. Like if we don't do it for the pod, I'd love to talk about it on this.
Yeah. Either way, I'm totally in. I've been wanting to watch it for like a month now, and I just haven't taken the time to do so.
Good.
I'm down.
So it's Andy Samberg.
Yeah.
The Lonely Island Boys production and Hot Rod.
Right.
We were on that Hot Rod and trained for a few years.
I'm still down to revisit it one of these days. To be fair to Peter's statement, I do feel where he's coming from slightly because it's like it's a little weird to talk about just how funny some parts are, I guess. But at the same time, as long as the story has enough depth to it, to where there's more to talk about than just the jokes,
the comedy,
then that's so it's cool. Because I mean, nothing is less funny about a joke than explaining why the joke is funny. But if you can talk about, if there's more to talk about than just that, then yeah, why not, dude? That's I'm fine with that. That sounds cool. Absolutely.
And I might, because the premise is really good. It's not like the newest premise, but just the way they did it is really great.
Gotcha. I've heard some comparisons and stuff like that, but I have yet to have the movie like really spoiled for me or anything like that. Like no event in the movie has been spoiled to me. There we go. Fair enough.
Every single one of them dead.
Damn. Oh well. Speaking of watching stuff for the pod, a couple episodes back, you suggested we watch anime SpongeBob.
You're a terrible person.
I felt really bad.
Are you done with the can?
I can be if you want me to, but I just have like a good little bit.
Before we get into that, let's finish this can.
All right, let's do that. I'm down. All right, I'll be right back. We'll talk to the people, let them know where they can find us. I'm just going to grab my beer from the fridge.
Don't leave me, AJ. I'm scared.
I'm sorry.
Don't
be scared.
No, AJ, come back.
Be strong, my friend.
Please.
Be strong.
No, don't go.
You got this.
You can follow us at Beer Belly Pod. You can hit us up on the Twitters at Beer Belly Pod, Instagram, Beer Belly Pod, Gmail at Beer Belly Pod. You can recommend any kind of drinks you'd like us to taste. We'll drink just about anything that'll get us drunk. The other week, and I had Everclear, and that shit was gross. But if you recommend it, we'll take a shot of it, and AJ will get silly. So again, you can follow us, send us suggestions on, wow, AJ, seeing your beautiful face threw me off. I was plugginess, and I
Yeah.
almost said ST Geek.
I always almost do it too. In fact, I'm sure I pretty much did in a previous episode anyway.
Yeah,
So it's all good.
you can send us any suggestions or follow us at, I almost did it again, at Beer Valley Pod on Twitter, Instagram, or Gmail. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
No Tic Tacs, not for this one, right?
Not for the, you know what?
Okay.
Ever since
it's banned.
Yes, ever since the country wanted to ban it, I was kind of like, uninstall. Hopefully that makes a difference. So we will see. We will certainly see. Dear God.
Yes, we will.
Right. So for this next one, while John's grabbing his can, as we mentioned earlier, this one is also by Bottle Logic Brewing.
Oh shit! I got the wrong can.
God damn it, John. Let me see here. So yes, this one is called Study Break. It's an imperial stout with lactose, cacao nibs, and peanuts. So if you have a peanut allergy, it might not be safe to drink this one. I don't know if it has real peanut extract in there.
10%, AJ.
Yeah, we gonna get
This
messed
is
up.
asking for a good time.
I was just
drinking this at the prom. AJ unbuckles my bra, and I don't know about it. Kind of beer.
You just look at me, and I'm like, I don't know what happened. I don't know. Exactly. But as you mentioned earlier, though, this one does have a pretty fun design to it. I imagine you're probably getting some mean glare from my ring light right now, but yeah.
I think mine got it.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, it's a pretty fun little design to it, though. So I'm really excited. This looks really, really fun. And
look
it's
at that 10%.
Right. Nice. Actual good focus on that one. But I'm pretty excited. This is the second Imperial Stout that we've had on the show from this brewery. So I'm hoping that this one's pretty fun too, as far as taste goes.
Right. I've never had a lactose beer, so
I guess anything kind of nitro-ish. Like I mean, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what it's like.
That's a stout. I didn't even taste it, but man,
it smells like a stout, right? It smells like a Snickers bar, kind of.
Oh.
Shall we?
No. Don't make me.
Remember Ghost Proton. Remember Ghost Proton.
This doesn't have marshmallows.
Good luck.
All right. Cheers.
Oh, this like Ghost Proton is thick. It's thick.
I get the. Ooh.
Getting the peanut.
I don't know if I like it though. It tastes like a roasted peanut.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Right?
Yeah, they like the roasted kind of taste, but it makes sense, you know, being a stout and all with the cacao and that and such. It's gonna taste a little roasty, yeah. Woo! God damn, boy.
That's like what hits me in the face more than anything else is that peanut, which I guess I see why they have the Snickers bar on here. Yeah. Not a good comparison.
Yeah. Not quite. I mean, I guess if you were to bite into one, you'd kind of get a similar flavor, but I don't feel like I don't taste like anything roasted when I bite into a Snickers, though, you know?
You know, the more and more we drink stouts, the more and more I'm starting to realize that these are very creamy drinks.
They can be, can't they? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Very thick, a little syrupy at times. Yep.
It's okay. I'm going to do it.
We will do this, but yeah, it's a rough boy. Thank you.
The listeners and viewers.
Oh, but yeah, it's a full pint, a nice tall can's worth. I don't know how much this costs, Mike, but again, Mike, thank you very much for supporting the show.
Thank you so much.
If there's ever, if you who are watching, listening, I know John probably already promoted it, but if you have suggestions, let us know. If you would like us to actually pick up some brew from you, or you want to send it our way, let us know. We could probably provide some sort of address. That would be really fun. So it's like a nice, inexpensive way for you to be a sponsor. Is kind of just by, if you can supply us, we won't deny it.
Get us drunk. All we're asking for is for you to get us drunk.
Exactly.
Are we bad people?
If you enjoy the show, then just let us know in some small way. What do you like about the show? What could we do different? What do you think doesn't need to be in it? I mean, we're only in episode 8, so help us form the show to your liking, kind of, you know, and if we get enough feedback, we'll see what we can do.
Yep. All right, AJ. Now, tell me about your experience with SpongeBob.
Anime SpongeBob. Oh, my God. So I'll admit, the moment you sent me the thumbnail a couple weeks ago, I was like, anime SpongeBob. Okay, we'll see how this is. I don't know really what to expect. This is probably going to be a little dorky. But from like second 2, I was like, this has like One Punch Man kind of all over it for the best reasons. Like it's like, how can I explain? All the verbiage I want to use is flying out of my mind right now. But
that's what alcohol do to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thought process done. Never started. No, but seriously, it's kind of just like a spoof on all anime. It just kind of all the serious plots about anime and all the serious conversations that happen. It just puts a joke on across all of it,
Don't
which
you
is
love
so
Patrick?
much fun. Patrick is like just like a gay badass.
Yeah, they won't die. They're too beautiful to die.
He just admires how beautiful SpongeBob and Squidward are. But dude, like the art style is great. I love the banter, the cliche banter between SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs and stuff.
And then how SpongeBob walks away and he's like thinking to himself, he mustn't know what he truly is. That's like every anime trope right there.
Yes, exactly. It was wonderfully done. Only like a 15-minute long episode. So if you are watching or listening, have a moment, just go on YouTube, type in anime SpongeBob and have a great time.
An amazing time.
It's pretty fun. I really did not think I was going to want to watch more episodes than just the one. But by the end of it, I was like, this looks like it could be a really fun time.
How good was that intro, AJ?
Dude, it was like a classic fucking anime intro, especially when they interweave some English in there as well.
And how I love the way they drew all of the characters.
Oh yeah, it was freaking awesome. I can't wait to see what Squidward and Patrick are capable of, or Sandy for that matter, or Mr. Krabs. Like I want to see what they can do in a fight one day, and it makes me want to buy a shirt. Like I know that they're promoting merch. I kind of want to buy a shirt now.
I really hope they make more. That really, and I had heard about it, and I was like, no, I'm okay. But I was working out, and I had nothing else to watch, and it was there, and I was like, okay, I've heard them talk about it. It had 7 million views in a week, so I was like, well, why the fuck not? And yeah, I was like, this is amazing. I have to recommend it to everybody. I told Peter about it, and him and Glenn watched it. I know Peter loved it. I'm pretty sure he did too.
I wouldn't doubt it. We all grew up in the same era watching the same shit.
Well, he said that he didn't like SpongeBob, Peter, but he said just the fact that it's like this, that it was very different.
Absolutely. It's just like if you want to watch an anime, or I should say if you don't want to watch an anime because you don't think it's for you, watch this, because at least it's kind of like poking fun at how seriously anime can take itself, you know?
I'm just tasting this peanut a little bit too much. I don't think I like it.
Not a big fan of chocolate and peanut besides a Reese's.
And every other thing that's chocolate and peanut butter.
Right.
I love peanut butter, people.
Yeah.
To the extreme.
This is heavy.
It's heavy.
Right.
The way you said heavy sounded heavy.
Yeah, absolutely. What I said about what I liked about the Cantrip Kolsch earlier being a light beer, a light flavored beer to where I feel like I can drink it throughout the day. This, no.
It's punching you in the face.
Yeah. I could probably have like 2 and be totally good because obviously it's 10%. So yeah, I don't need more than a couple for myself anyway. But Jesus, this is strong shit. Holy crap. But yeah, anime SpongeBob though, so good.
Super good. So AJ, moving on.
Oh, okay, already. Shit.
I am very curious.
Oh boy.
How many of those Pliny for Presidents do you have left?
I only have 1 left.
Okay, so do I. How quickly did you burn through them?
See, now you ask me a good question, and to answer your question, how quickly I burned through them? Well, I burned through a whole 2, maybe 2.5. The rest my dad had.
Your dad had that many?
He had like 5.5 on his own. Yeah.
AJ, you need to hide those beers.
Yeah. I was like, he had. I mean, I don't want to be a downer, but I'm just this. Okay, I'll try to make this fun. This is. It's not that easy. I've just been so frustrated because he has no freaking idea how unobtainable this beer is. How hard we had to hunt to be able to get it. Or to be able to order it, because the first 1 or 2 times it was available this year, it sold out like that. And then when we finally were able to get our hands on it, because we were watching Russian River's social media like a hawk, we were able to pick it up real quickly. Thank God. And then we got it in like 2 or 3 days later. Awesome. And he got so
Yep.
excited. I was like, you know what? To celebrate, you'll have a can, Dad. I'll have a can. We'll all have a good time together. And then the next thing I knew, I told him, I was like, hey, Dad, this is a really special beer. It's an offshoot of Pliny the Elder. I don't know if they're ever going to do this again. Maybe they'll only do this every 4 years when a new president comes around, or when the presidential inaugurations, whatever, come around, the debates. And so he's like, oh, that's so cool. Awesome. Well, he bought into the fucking hype so badly that he drank 5.5 of my fucking share of 8 beers.
Oh, yeah.
I
would be irritated.
I've been very bitter, as you can understand. I've been very bitter of late. So, I mean, it's been a couple weeks, so I've calmed down a little bit about it. It's not like on the forefront of my mind right now. By the way, just for color reference.
That looks like oil.
That's what's going into our body.
We're drinking gasoline.
Starting to feel that 10%, by the way. Anyway, yeah, just to show, I had about 1.5, 2.5 of those beers. My dad had the rest. I'm withholding one just for the giveaway. I figured it's not your fault that my dad burned through my share, so I'm just going to send my last one for the giveaway.
What I was actually talking to Yvonne about this. This really should be a conversation off-site of recording. I whoever gives one up there, I have one left too, so we can share that can at Vegas, half and half. You know.
Oh, I'm fine with that as long as you don't mind.
Enjoy
but dude, it's your
person.
share,
No,
though.
I don't care. I have been lucky enough to have. We each
7
had
of
8,
them,
right?
Yeah, so you've had 7.
Well, no, I gave my dad 3.
Oh, that's nice of you. Okay, cool.
And then I didn't drink one, so I've had 4.
That's good.
4 in my body.
That's good. I'm very jealous. That's like 1.5 more than I've had. So if you're sure, that sounds great to me, man. We'll have the winner announced before we leave for Vegas, so that's good.
Do you want to promote it?
Yeah. By the way, yes. So while we're on the topic, if you haven't heard yet, we are having a Russian River IPA giveaway. Where first prize, we have first and second and third place winners. First place prize is going to be what? Pliny the Elder Double IPA, Happy Hops IPA, Blind Pig IPA, Mind Circus Hazy IPA, and then Double Dry Hopped Double IPA, which is Pliny for President 2020. El Presidente the Elder. All by Russian River, all quality freaking beers. My dad and I actually both had a Happy Hops the other day for lunch, which is actually kind of nice.
Okay.
Now, I know it's not your favorite IPA by them, but I appreciate. I mean, every beer that we're giving away is quality. Signing up is really easy. Just check out, if you go on our YouTube channel, just search Beer Belly Podcast on YouTube. You'll be able to find the video real easily. It's only a few minutes long, explaining the rules. You can also follow us on Twitter, as John plugged earlier, at Beer Belly Pod on Twitter, and we have the official rules posted there as well on our profile. It's not very hard to do. Just email us showing that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and that gets you an entry right there. So.
Right there. Yeah, and it's a good giveaway. We're giving away an almost 6-pack.
Yeah, for the first prize first prize winner.
Prize, it's almost 6-pack, and it's the highest of quality of beer.
Exactly.
Right.
So you should really get into it because again, it's something I would personally just rather us be able to share and have a good time with. But
I know I don't want to give away an almost 6-pack.
Yeah, right. To you that's watching, though, we want to give back and just say thank you for watching and listening. We already so as of the recording of this episode earlier today, when I uploaded episode 7, it was like an hour later. We already had a few plays, so I was like, oh, that's really cool. I think one of them might have been from myself, but other than that, I was like, oh, cool. These other ones are from everyone else. I just wanted to hear how the audio came out. I always like to see, like, okay, cool. This is how it sounds like in the edit. What does it sound like as one full thing? And so I just wanted to make sure I listened, just to be sure. But anyway, excited. I hope whoever wins, just good luck and happy sipping, man.
They're a high quality beers. Look at that pinky, AJ.
Way out.
Did you know about the pinky thing before or after the SpongeBob episode?
I did know about it beforehand, but did it reinforce my drinking style? You knew it when
you were like 7.
Yeah. It was probably it was in like a comedy show or something. Right.
You bit bougie. I can't do it.
You're doing it right there. Try it with your left hand. Try it with your left. There you go. You know when you did do it naturally
Oh.
when we were wine tasting in San Francisco right before COVID, your pinky was naturally going out for balance. You said it was
Well, I
like a
saw you and
kickstand.
Peter doing it. I mean, I felt left out. I
It's
didn't
just
want
a
to be the
natural
uncultured
occurrence.
swine.
I'll be honest. Anytime my pinky's out, unless I'm doing it ironically, it's just a natural thing that happens. I'm not. I don't even think about it.
I get it.
Next thing I know, I'm like,
Bougie.
oh shit, damn, okay,
All day. All day.
or a day. So real quick, a little more current events, if you will. Did you see the little trailer for Master Roshi being in Dragon Ball Fighters?
I did. Everybody was making fun of it because of it was like 2 seconds long.
Yeah, dude, that Dragon Ball Fighters. I mean, as cool of a fighting game as it is unfortunate that every time they have a character announcement, each trailer is like the same amount of time, which is like you get about 3 seconds total of actual gameplay, which doesn't give you a whole lot of speculation as to what the hell the character can do, which is unfortunate. But I'm just happy that the character is going to be in the game anyway.
Finally, not another Goku clone.
Right? I mean, that said, every Goku character in that game's kind of cool in their own way, I guess. I mean, I don't think they needed Super Saiyan Blue. I'll say that much. I think that's probably the unnecessary one. Trade out Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Either one, interchangeable as far as I'm concerned. And, you know.
I think
But
I
yeah.
would rather see a full character of Super Saiyan 4 Goku opposed to Blue.
Oh, yeah. It's more interesting. It's more interesting in my mind.
I've said this before in the past, and I stick by what I say. GT is terrible. It's awful. Don't waste your time. But Super Saiyan 4 is a really cool looking form. I think it's cooler looking than Blue.
It
It's just
totally
different.
is. It totally
It's
is.
just different. And it's such a cool twist on a new transformation. It's not, oh, well, let's
a great
turn
design, too.
The hair pink, which, by the way, is my favorite Goku. Rose.
Rose, yeah.
I love Goku.
Is it because he's evil or what?
Yeah.
He's just a bastard.
He's pretty badass. I mean, second favorite villain next to Frieza.
Oh hell! Well, Frieza's just so diabolical, just so like Frieza just doesn't give a shit.
Made him
he's a spoiled bitch.
Well, he was diabolical in Z, but they like really like he's in every season now in
Super.
The newest one? Super.
That's cool.
Damn, brain fart.
Yeah, you're watching it way more than I am. Shoot.
Well, I'm pretty up to date with the manga. I don't read it, but you know, I watch the reviews of the manga.
Oh,
it's
okay,
interesting.
okay.
I'm looking forward for them to turn it into an actual, season.
That would be fun eventually. Maybe when they're able to.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really cool arc. I'm excited.
I can't wait. It's gonna be freaking hype. I need to catch up with that manga though too, because when I was reading Super, it was really fun. I just need to take the time to get back into it. I really, really do.
Don't do it.
No,
no, I'm playing. I've heard pretty okay reviews on the manga.
Okay,
because I know the manga I know it's different than the actual series or the anime.
Oh yeah.
Or there's differences, but from my understanding, the anime is a bit better than the manga.
Okay.
Although this arc is really good.
That's what I keep hearing. Like apparently it's like as hype as it gets, and
the
apparently
arc,
there's going to be a character that may or may not be able to be revived in the near future. From what I hear, I've heard rumblings of. I don't know, like a forever death. Can there ever be a thing in Dragon Ball? I don't know.
Oh, you're saying somebody actually dies. Okay.
And may not be able to be revived, apparently. That's the speculation right now.
Somebody died.
Ooh.
But that's the way the chapter ended. So I wonder what's going to happen.
Okay. I'm excited.
Read it for sure.
Anyway, the Turtle Master, big old pervert old boy. I'm excited because he's a really fun character. Goku wouldn't be the fighter he is right now without Master Roshi teaching him as a kid. So I'm so down for the Roshi. Yeah, totally down. I'm excited for that. I feel like he's going to be really fun. One thing that I heard that people are disappointed by is that there's
have a super dash.
Yep. That's the rumor. Yeah. It's not confirmed, but it is a rumor, and which is kind of crazy. Yeah, people are upset because they're like, it's a core mechanic that every character needs to be able to utilize to continue pressure and to make combos happen.
He's a non-fight character,
right? Exactly, and he's an old man, so it makes sense that he's not like that.
The technique,
yeah.
There's an actual name for the technique too, but I couldn't, for the life of me, I couldn't tell you.
Like in the show canon.
Yeah, on like them flying, it's a technique because I think it was like Tien and Not Yamcha, Tien
Chaozu?
and Chaozu, who were like the first ones to actually be show flying in
Oh
Dragon
shit.
Ball. Yeah.
Oh shit. I never thought about that. Even before. Oh, I guess yeah. They definitely came in the show before Piccolo did. Long before.
Yes, and they were flying at that point. Like when they were introduced, one of them
Mm.
was flying for sure.
Okay. Gotcha. That's kind of crazy. I never realized that, but that's a good point. But I mean, there's other non-flyable characters in that in the canon of the show too. Like Yamcha, I don't believe ever learned how to fly. Right? Definitely ground-based boy.
No,
Just like in Dragon Ball Fighters, anyway. So I mean, if they can make that character work,
he flies.
Yamcha,
Oh,
he flies to the ground after he gets smacked down
no,
and creates a crater.
definitely when he flies.
I never noticed it. Oh shit.
Well, because he's a nothing character. He's like the Dan of the.
Yeah.
You know?
Except for in a fighting game, he was actually really good. But that's about it.
He's still top tier, from my understanding.
That's tight. I mean, Wolfang Fist is a really cool looking move.
That move was always cool. I have always thought that move was cool. I didn't finish Dragon Ball, but I definitely made it to that far, and I always thought that move was badass.
Oh yeah, it's funny because in Dragon Ball, at least for like an arc, Yamcha was the badass of the show.
Oh,
for an arc,
for one arc,
yeah.
And even then, I think he still got his ass beat.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, he was never stronger than Goku. A rival for a moment, but that's about it. Yeah, you okay?
I'm not trying to talk bad.
No.
But if there were 2 Snickers in front of me, and one was expired, I would get the other Snickers.
Please watch the video episodes of this show.
Definitely missing out. I'm making some weird faces.
I'm just appreciating the gestures. It's good stuff. Oh my god. So one thing I wanted to just throw out there, next to kind of sponsoring the show, like say if, for instance, you kind of want to, maybe you just want us to you want to send us stuff, or if you want us to unbox something that maybe if you own a small business or whatever, let us know. Again, we can provide you an address. You can send it to us and we'll unbox it as we do the show. That way, our viewers, our listeners can hear about whatever your product is. Or again, if you just want to send us something for fun, do so. Again, just email us, beerbellypod@gmail.com. Let us know what's up.
And I told them that we basically drink anything. That last Saturday I had Everclear. You want it done? We'll do it.
Yeah.
1/3 of a shot, though. I am not doing more than 1/3 of a shot. I'll tell you that.
There you go. Oof. I can't believe you guys did that. But I mean, I've had Everclear before that was brewed in Denver, Colorado, if I'm not mistaken, is where it was from. And yeah, dude, was it
the same proof?
I don't know about that. It was homemade. It was like a homebrew shit. That's all I know. It was distilled at a home, and because it was a buddy of Sin and I's friend, a friend of a friend, who then brought it to California, gave it to him, and then he let us enjoy some of the batch he was given. Anyway, so I have no idea how strong it was, but I will say this for reference, and for that matter, only twice in my life, and at least in memory, have I ever had a drink of alcohol where instantly I felt my throat dry up. And
what was that?
Well, the first time was when I had Bacardi 151 when I was like 21 years old. It's insta dry. Like it's so high on octane.
It's flammable, right?
Exactly. It's flammable. Like I've seen it on fire. I've been on fire from it. Literally. I really have. That's a story for another episode. But anyway, there was that time, and then the second time was years later, like a decade later almost, when I had that home batch of Everclear, and it just completely dried me out. But the problem for me was I kept drinking it.
Oh, so how messed up did you get?
Destroyed. I don't remember part of the night.
I mean, isn't that how most of our stories end?
Yeah.
I wasn't in that story, but I'm not surprised.
I'm just grateful. I mean, obviously I wouldn't have done that if I had to drive. I wouldn't have, but I had a designated driver for us, so it worked out nicely. But even still, like I'm worried about this upcoming wedding weekend.
Oh man, it's funny too. I talked to Peter, and he said that on the actual wedding day when we're at the dinner that he's not gonna really drink.
Oh wow. Well, he wants to remember it.
Well, regardless of the reason, I'm hoping that we get him, like, he loosens up and
Yeah.
he takes some shots. Because, I mean, I'm gonna, if it's not an open bar, I'm gonna buy him a shot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We all will. I mean, it's his
I'm
wedding.
excited about that.
I think he's going to loosen up just fine. Like he's going to want to celebrate. At the very least, I'll bring him a glass of champagne, something. You know what I mean? Which I'm sure. I mean, champagne. It's not that crazy. You'll be all right. But I think it's going to be a really great time, though. I'm super excited.
Oh man,
I'm super excited.
I feel like this is gonna be an Evo that we had in our mid-20s.
Oh yeah, probably. I mean, again, it's the first time any of us are getting married. It's freaking crazy. I'm glad that they're doing it, and now it's going to be an excuse for us to have a great time all together, like usual, every summer when we get together. Yes. Now it's going to be for a different reason, a grander reason.
Oh, a way grander reason.
So it's going to be a good time, my friend. Oh, how much beer do you... Go ahead.
I wonder what pool... Less than half.
Okay,
I wonder if the pool's going to be open at the Cancun resort.
Oh, yeah. I mean, according to my mom, who was there recently, it's been open. They just really are a lot more strict about how many people are allowed in there at once.
Oh.
Like how many people are allowed in the pool area at once, I should say.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Are there time limits?
I don't know about time limits. I wouldn't be surprised. But at the same time, I just heard like they really monitor how many people have a wristband, which are allowed to go in like the pool dining area and all that stuff, which is fair. I think that's totally fair. But I mean, I'm looking forward to some daiquiris out there as well.
That's what I was hoping for. Or just alcohol in general.
Right? Exactly.
It don't matter.
And I know Sin's really excited because for her birthday, I got her this really tight pool floaty. And so she's really excited just to break that out and have a good time with it out there. But we got to buy a pump to fill it up. Do
they let you have those at that pool?
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, if anything, you're safer for having one. I wouldn't doubt it. I've seen people with floaties out there.
Oh, then all is good. Right? It don't matter. I'm going to be drinking my ass off. Okay, AJ. Now that you're halfway with this can, what are your opinions on it?
Oh, man. I'll say this. If you and I were at the brewery together, I would have one again for old time's sake. Is it my go-to by Bottle Logic? No, it's not, to be honest with you. Am I glad that we've tried it and had the experience of it? Oh, yeah, big time. Anything to broaden our horizons beer-wise, I'm down with. But I think the Ghost Proton was a more enjoyable s'more stout. Oh,
so good.
Both are Imperial Stouts. That one was actually, I remember because the number stood out. It's technically 3.34% stronger than this one, which doesn't make the difference to me as far as liking it, I don't think. But it was just, different, a different style of Imperial Stout, though. Oh, excuse me. Hold on one second.
Super sweet. That one was unbelievably sweet, though. I honestly, they don't like have nutrition on those cans, but I wonder what the sugar content was. I bet it was like
bad. Skyrocket. Oh yeah. I mean, you think about it, to get these flavors that we're getting, they have to do some shit to it. You know, I highly doubt it's organic peanuts that they're putting in.
The only way you can make stouts better is by drowning it with sugar.
Right.
Drink IPAs, people. John for president.
Well, this one says, again, like we mentioned earlier, has the cacao nibs in there. And I can imagine, like, it tastes like some thick-ass chocolate in this bitch. So I can see that being the case, you know?
Are you sure that's how it's pronounced, cacao?
I could be wrong. I mean, I know that there's...
That's like my new favorite word, cacao.
Cacao.
Sir, I'll take an IPA that has cacao in it.
Damn. Pretty much, it's like a measurement of chocolate. You know how like Scoville units are used to measure spice? Cacao is like how chocolatey something is. That's like as layman's term as I can make it, because that's as far as I understand it myself. So yeah, the higher the cacao, the stronger the chocolate.
I'm not saying you look fat in those jeans, but you look a bit of a cacao.
Sorry, did you stutter a little bit? That's my bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. You look like a cow.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Is that better? Yeah.
Son of a bitch. But yeah, dude, this is a heavy-ass beer. It's a heavy beer. I think, Mike, let us know. Hit us up on Twitter or maybe in the Instagram comments. I want to know why you chose both of these beers.
I was wondering the same thing. And have you had the Ghost Proton?
Yeah. You know what? I believe he had, but because he responded to our tweet that we tweeted out for the episode for episode 8 or for episode 7, I should say. And I think he said he liked it. But either way, I want to know, yeah, Mike, if you're watching this, let us know why you chose these 2 brews in particular, because they're pretty good. We're having a hard time, honestly, with the study break. But at the same time, would I drink it again? Yes. Especially if we were right there at the brewery, you wouldn't do it.
No. Oh, I mean, I would ask for a free sample.
Sure.
But
sure.
That's about it.
Fair enough. I think just for me, if it's like made fresh and brewed fresh right there, why not? Why not? I figure that's like the optimal way to be able to enjoy it at that point. That's just my mindset on it. Oh,
don't drink it, people. Drink IPAs. IPAs all day.
Right in the camera for that one.
That being said, I actually really did enjoy this German stout ale, without a doubt. I thought this was one of the smoothest beers I've ever had. That's the best way of putting it. I mean, it's very light, and it'd probably take like 5 of them to get the job done. Maybe 7, but still really good. Still really, really good.
No, absolutely. I mean, you got to think about it. Mathematically, this one is more than twice as strong as the first. So it's no wonder we're kind of having a tough time with it. But that said, again, we had one last week. God bless you.
Thank you.
That was 13.34%, but we were more easily able to kind of work into that one. But that was actually a lot more beer too, wasn't it? It was a huge
16
bottle.
Ounces.
Yeah.
It was 68. It can fit or pour 2 8 ounces. I remember that's like what it showed. Nah, I'm not trying to share. What do you mean 2 8 ounces? AJ, fuck you.
I don't know what I did, but I'll take it, I guess.
You can have half of my Ghost Proton.
Damn.
None of it. Buy your own.
As I will. Damn. I don't know why I'm getting the roast, but I'll take it, I guess.
Drink the sorrow away.
Oh, this is a
that
thick
face.
Boy, though, man. It's a thick ass boy. God damn that ass.
You got me feeling good, though.
No, yeah, I'm going to be very appreciative. Like after this, later on tonight, I'm going to take another shower, get ready for bed, and I'm going to just be nice and toasty before I go to sleep tonight. But the journey getting there has been a rough ride. It's a bumpy road for sure. And I'm like, God, what did I do to deserve this?
Yeah. Oh, I know what I did to deserve it. Somebody recommended it. Thank you, Mike.
Right, exactly. And
not talking crap. Actually, real thank you. I want to keep trying stouts until I find the one that just changes my mind. Ghost Proton's pretty close.
It is pretty close for you. I agree. Yeah.
Pretty close. But it's not the one that I'm like, okay, this may be better than a Happy Hops.
Wow. 2 totally different beers, but yeah, fair enough, I guess.
Like the same feeling. Like, I don't know. I just enjoy drinking IPAs. I should say this right off the bat. I'm not much of a sugar drinker. I never drink sodas. I haven't had a soda in like 7 or 8 years now. God, it's been that long. Juices every once in a while, but beers, especially IPAs, those are my juices. Those are my sodas.
There you go.
I love all the different tastes and varieties. And that's why I'm hoping with other beers like this one.
Mm-hmm.
This one's not it, guys. Bottle Logic. 3 out of 2, though. 3 out of 2 that weren't IPAs. So that's a good thing, right?
Yeah. That's pretty good odds so far. The longer we do this show, I mean, maybe we'll see. You might have like a 12-to-1 ratio to where 12 of them you're just not going to care for. But every once in a while, you'll hit that one that just does it for you a little bit.
That just changes my life.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm looking for.
That's the hope. That's the dream right there. But again, only way of finding that out is if we keep doing this, which is the kind of the fun part about the show. So I'm excited. Before we go, I just wanted to mention also, so there's this one YouTube channel. Just want to do a little quick shout out to Beer Sarge. He's from New Zealand. He reviews all sorts of beers from the New Zealand area. They're just brewed right there on the island. And
nice.
He's a pretty cool guy. Like he's probably like in his early 40s or so, late 30s. Really nice gentleman. And I wanted to comment to him because he keeps his reviews real quick and simple. They're probably like 5 to 10 minutes long or something like that. But you could tell that he's kind of like us in the sense that, I mean, he enjoys his IPAs primarily. I like to think. I don't know him that well.
Respect.
Or anything like that. But I feel like whenever, at least it's probably just me, the episodes I watch just happen to be IPA reviews. But oh man, like I don't know, his style of doing things is pretty fun. So go give him a shout out on Beer Sarge on YouTube. Just let him know that Beer Belly sent you. Let him know, because yeah, he's a pretty nice guy. And I was like, hey man, whenever all this bullshit is over, we would love to come out and on your set and have a good time at your bar, because he has like this cool bar set up there where it has like a TV, he plays music, and it almost looks like a mini, like a very small mini tiki lounge thing he's got going on. And I was like, we would love to be able to just enjoy and maybe do a couple episodes together. And he's like, anytime, fellas. So maybe just being polite.
That conversation happened?
It happened. I mean, it was like a quick exchange on YouTube comments, but yeah, you seem like a nice guy. I would
always down.
I will book the tickets if we need to. That would be really fun.
All right.
Oh, I'm almost done with this thing. How about you?
I'm like right here. I'm actually going to finish it right now.
Let's
get the Snickers over with. Oh,
cheers.
Cheers.
Final go. Here we go. Woo. Oh man.
I see why they have the Snickers. I get like a slight, just brief of like chocolate and peanut, but then the roasted peanut taste takes over.
Yeah, it's just something. It's like the last bit of it was a lot of syrup there. Oh, I think one mistake we're making with this. I know we're not making the best faces right now, which sucks because I want to be able to promote these beers. But one thing that people do for like certain like Belgian ales, for Belgian whites and stuff like that, to get the sediment out, you kind of have to like roll the bottle or roll the cans. That way it properly mixes. I'm thinking we should probably do the same with stouts from now on. At least heavier stouts, just roll them a little bit, make sure they mix well. Kind of like when you get a milk tea, like a boba ice or milk tea or fruit tea.
My sea cream black coffee.
Exactly. Swish it around a little bit. Let the flavors infuse. I think maybe that's something we need to do like obviously find a balance between like not tarnishing the carbonation, but also preserving mixing the flavor properly. I think that's what we need to try doing next time for sure.
You're not tricking me, right?
No.
You're like, we're not gonna do an episode, and you're gonna be like, "This is the one," and then I shake it up, and then
it could happen.
Me, AJ.
It could happen, but I'm just saying personally, I think that would help. It might. I don't know.
I'll come at you, AJ.
Come at me, bro. Through the computer screen. Oh, I can't wait till we can do this in person, sir. God dang it, dude.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Pretty soon.
Well, I mean, the weekend of the wedding, we'll definitely have at least one episode.
Right. I look forward to us being able to do one without that setting as well, though, where we can just do a Beer Belly episode just on a whim during the week, during a weekend, whatever, and just have a good time shooting the shit, you know? I'm excited for that. God dang it.
It's gonna be dope.
Right. Well, as John mentioned earlier, halfway through this episode, again, you can find us on Instagram and Twitter with @BeerBellyPod. You can even email us with beerbellypod@gmail.com. We have our other podcast that we do with our friend Peter, where we cover movies, gaming, comic books, and TV shows, called SD Geek Podcast, SDGEEK Podcast. Find us on social media as well. If you Google that, you can find us anywhere. But anyway, this has been another episode of Beer Belly, the 8th episode of Beer Belly, if I'm not mistaken. Episode 9
we are 2 episodes away from being alcoholics, AJ. Yes.
I thought we had been, but if it means that we have to do more, then so be it. That's fine.
Well, an actual recording, like we're being caught in recording being alcohol. Before I was able to deny it. Now it's kind of like there's proof on the internet.
That's a fair point. Now that it's documented, we all know alternative.
I have to embrace my real side.
Exactly. That's the whole reason why we started this show, is to be able to for us to have that realization within ourselves, like, yes, I am an alcoholic. Thank you. Be responsible, though. Don't go crazy, guys. Don't do what we do. Have a good time, but be safe. John, what are your sexy words of wisdom for this week?
Drink better stouts, guys. This stout was not that good. That's John's 1 minute of drinking.
Nice. All right, then. Well, we'll see you next time. Again, we're Beer Belly Podcast on YouTube. We'll see you then. Later.
Peace.